Heidi ho, good neighbors. Geezer here, I think. I'm out here in the woods. I spent the morning doing some chores around the garage and the house, cut things done there. And then I had to go up to the neighbors and meet the power company guys, see about so they can get the power turned on. And power companies are like government entities. They have more rules and regulations, but he was able to waive them all if I was nice to him. So, yeah, I don't know about that. But at any rate, it's done. They're getting their power. At any rate, I've been wanting to go down to the bottom over here and take a look at that big tree that blew down last summer before the undergrowth gets too high. And I'm thinking maybe the undergrowth's too high now, but hell, I lost all of March being laid up and almost all of April so far. And I'm still a long ways from back. I'm probably about 60% back. My legs are still a major issue. Somebody here in the area I know and trust, I asked him about it, and he said, well, you was in bed for 8 days. 3 days, 4 days, you couldn't move, so that's what done it. I said, yeah, but people are always telling you rest, go to bed, rest. I said, well, I didn't, nah. He said, that's what done it. It's going to take a while to get it back. There was, up until about a week ago, if I dropped something and knelt down to pick it up, I couldn't stand back up unless there was something I could grab a hold of to pull up. So, but now I can, if I work at it, I can get up. So, but yeah, my legs are weak. In the beginning, when I first got home, I could barely walk. So, but it's getting better. Still having a lot of spasms and different things. But it is what it is, I guess. And having some back issues, but it's not where I had my fusion. It's the muscles on either side. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but we'll see. But anyway, it's nice out here. When I left the house, it was 84. And this is like the 24th of April. Yeah, tomorrow's the 25th. Today's 24th. It's supposed to start raining later this evening and rain all day tomorrow, so we'll see. So I want to go down now and take a look at that big old tree down there because I got to get it up this summer somehow. And I used 7 1/3 cord of wood in my boiler this winter, which is a little more than normal, but I'm okay with it because the first month I was home from the hospital, I kept it warm in the house. I was cold all the time, so I just kept it warm. I kept it 78, 79. A couple times I turned it up to 80. You know, I told the dog, go lay on the porch if you're hot. But I got free wood. And the boiler helped my recovery. Because twice a day I had to go out and put wood in it. It forced me to get up out of the chair, move around and go do something. The first week it was hard, but then it got easier. So you got to get up, you got to move, you got to do things, you know. I walked that circle in the house, must have been 10,000 times. I ain't never walking it again. I'll die first. But that's when. So I don't know if I'm going to have any more of these tumors removed or not. I'm kind of fed up with this whole process. So we just have to see how it goes. I'm going to send them an email over the weekend and tell them that we're either going to do things my way from here on out or we ain't going to do it. But I guess we'll just go now and see if I can get down the hill. I got the mule here. Now you can probably hear it running in the background. And we'll see what we got down at the bottom. I think there's, as I remember, there's a whole boatload of wood. See you in a bit. All right, I made it down here. The trail was blocked by a log. I had to go out and around, so we'll see about getting back up. This is the root ball. It's pretty big, huh? Hi. Yeah, it's a big root ball. I'm 5 feet. Yeah, probably 5'8" again. It was about 5'7.5", but then they stretched my spine, so back to 5'8". So, see how this turned out. Then we'll go around and look at the wood. Okay, I can see an issue already. I had a ground blind down there, but it's history now. I have to get a replacement. I think I'll get one of them hard ones and put down here. All right, see you in a bit. Hang on. That's the old drug runner's cabin there. They used to make drugs down here. And my understanding is a year or two before I moved here, the Homeland Security took him away and his wife and kids. And so that's what's left of his cabin. Alrighty, here we are at the other side of the tree. There's the root ball. And this one came down either when it did or after. Might have been after because it's kind of out of the way here. But that big one over here came down with it. Right there, that one broke off. Broke off of that. And I'm hung up here. Got my legs on this tripod hung up. Stupid sticks. Came over that big one up there. Yeah. Now we'll take that one out. And let's see if I can stand up on the log and look down it. Okay, I got up on the log. It was kind of iffy with these legs of mine not working right. But you can see it goes out there a pretty good piece. And over here, there's a bunch there that won't need splitting. Just cut it to length and put it into woodhouse. And there's another one, a smaller one there that it took down. Now, I'll see if I can walk around to the other side there and take a look at the top. If I can get down off of this log without hurting myself or breaking a leg or something. There's a, I can see the other one over there that broke, that came off that big one up there. Oh yeah, a lot of wood down here, man. Bet there's a 2-cord. All right, we'll just get a little sideways look here. You can see pretty good sized hunks of wood there, pretty long. And over here is more to the top. And there's a whole bunch of stuff here that I'll be able to cut up. Just stack it up, won't need splitting. Because it'll be for the 26-27 season anyway, so it'll have plenty of time to dry. Way over yonder is the top that's attached to the root ball. This stuff here is just the extra that came down. But over there, that's all the top of the one that's attached to that big old root ball. Comes up along there. You can just see it through these branches here over there. Goes on up and hooks onto the root ball. So I bet there's a cord of wood just in that part. It's a bunch of wood here. Then there's several branches off on the other side over there. See if I can get around over there. Yeah, all right. This is the top of the one that's attached to the root ball. And then over yonder there, it's a pretty good sized branch. Wait a minute, I'm hung up here again. Pretty good sized branch over there. And some smaller ones, so yeah, there's a lot of wood here. And then that one that broke off, we'll get him down. Yeah, this is going to be at least a week's worth of work down here. Yeah, buddy. All right, now let's see if I can get back to the mule. As I look around down here, I can see some others down up there that probably should get. They're looking pretty good from here. It looks like there might be one or two down along the trail up there, but we'll see. But that one up there, that looks like a good one. It's long, probably as long as this one down here. So, yeah. Oh yeah, we can see that one now. It is a long one. Look at that baby. It goes all the way over there, up there, way up there. Yeah, I'll have to try and get that one out this summer too. Wonder if there's any of Joe's illegals around here I can hire on the cheap.